Hi, I'm Clara Galan, Social Media Marketing for Edutopia, and I'm joined here today by three of our fabulous social media savvy bloggers, Lisa Dabbs, Monica Burns, and Matt Levinson. So we're here today to talk a little bit about social media and how teachers can use social media to gather professional development resources and also to grow their professional learning network. So I wanted to ask all of you to share your experiences a little bit, for teachers that want to use social media for the first time. What are some resources that you know with social media?
Well, I think first and foremost, Twitter is so huge. Whether you are tweeting out some of the great things that you're doing in your classroom, or if you are just following other educators, it's a fantastic way to connect with educators across the globe.
Great.
And I would agree with Monica. I think as a teacher beginning their journey into social media, Clara, I think it's really great to think about where you are currently in a social media space. So for example, if you're in a Facebook space and you're comfortable with that, maybe you might want to consider joining a group in Facebook, an educational group, for example. And then after you've done that, you might want to consider, and this is something I always share regularly, finding a mentor, perhaps in that group, in that Facebook group, who is on Twitter and who could mentor you through the process of how you join Twitter and what you do when you're in Twitter and how you build your personal learning network. So I think it's always helpful to start in a place where you're comfortable and then venture out into a new space.
I think the great value is breaking isolation for teachers, particularly young teachers, who may be in a building where there's not a lot of use of social media or a lot of connections with mentors that can happen there. So Lisa's comment about getting a mentor, I think is a great idea. And also thinking about, a metaphor I love is just the digital river, and thinking about where you want to enter the river and how fast you want the rapids to be. And you can start in calm water first and then head into whitewater rapids as you gain more confidence and comfort.
Great. So I know that's really about breaking down the classroom walls. So sometimes as educators we feel isolated and we don't have people that are maybe in our discipline, so growing our network. Could we talk a little bit about maybe some of the Twitter chats that you've been using? I know it's really a helpful resource. I know a lot of us are familiar with EdChat, but are there any others that you would recommend?
As a school administrator, there's one called SatChat, which usually happens Saturday mornings with school principals and administrators. And there's often great threads that are happening there. And again, as a school administrator, knowing that others are wrestling with some of the same issues that I'm wrestling with, just in the way a first grade teacher may have certain challenges, it's always nice to realize that you're part of a larger community out there and you're not sort of on your own.
And I'd like to share, take this time, Clara, to share my little advertisement on New Teacher Chat. You're right, EdChat is the largest EdChat in the world for educators. However, seeing 3 years ago that there wasn't a chat for new teachers, I founded NT Chat, which stands for New Teacher Chat, hashtag or pound NT Chat, for the purpose of being practitioner focused and supportive, so that new teachers would come together, and it happens every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and they could come together and have a conversation on Twitter. And what I found is it's been so supportive in terms of helping to ease people out of a particular comfort zone with social media, like I talked about earlier with Facebook, and easing into New Teacher Chat. EdChat is enormous. It's creative. It's amazing, but it's huge. So when you come and you join New Teacher Chat, it's for pre-service teachers and teachers new to the profession. You're able to be in a smaller space. So New Teacher Chat is smaller. It's more easily navigated through. But because it is practitioner focused and supportive, the topics of interest that we have are very germane to new teachers. So we do a regular chat, or I do, on lesson planning, school discipline, working with parents, creating your classroom environment. And so I really think that if you are a new teacher, I would invite you to join New Teacher Chat and join me there every Wednesday.
Great. I think that's a great resource too, especially for us new teachers, that need the extra guidance.
And one thing I love about the chats and just the idea of the hashtags is that if you can't participate in a live chat, you can always go and search through a hashtag. So if it's something really large like EdChat, which might be overwhelming, like you said, Lisa, you can find hashtags that are more specific to the kind of teaching that you're doing and search that way if you can't participate in a live discussion.
Great. All right, so we've had some great conversations this week about social media and how we can use that to expand our professional learning network. If you have any comments, you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter at Edutopia, and we'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Bye.